Hello, everybody. Brian here, Quant Labs Net. Today on November 14th, 2014, I just want to show you the latest development, what I've got going. We have the ability now to go through real world futures data to pick out what is the most profitable. One of my extensions, one of the dashboards I created, is now able to create this PDF and I can customize the amount uh, that I have available in a portfolio and do trading based around a variety of things. So in this case, we're starting with 100,000 and or half a million actually. I mean, it's unrealistic for most, obviously, but nonetheless, I just want to show you the full capability of this. So what it will do is it will go out and choose out the technical analysis strategy that was mentioned in a previous video. And then we'll look at the three most, or in green, it will measure out on a walk forward analysis, try to pick out what are the best moving um, instruments using 1 month worth of real world data from the CME via Rhythmic, and then use a minute data through that time frame of 1 month, and then be able to generate a score on this from a walk forward. So this is going forward into the future generates a score, a composite score is what they call it, Sharpe Ratio, profit factor, win ratio, and drawdown. So out of this, the only thing that came out viable based upon data was UB, which is the ultra bond. Now, if I was to show you what I mean is these are the three assets that I mentioned. These are the raw files. So in here, you'll see based upon volume right here, very little volume for this particular future QM. Same with the 6L right here, only 15, 16. Here we have some data to work with using this UB Ultra Bond. It's contract for next month. So from there, what we can do is we can measure uh, and create. Originally, I was going to try to do this through a Lang chain, do this through Olama, through LM Studio to generate this automatically. Um, just is not possible. It's like the amount of intense computer utilization on the prompting for whatever LM I go with is too much. It times out. It's not a simple request. So I'm having to continue to use what I've always used. These are the results here. Now this is available for my Quant Leap members, just to make sure of that. This is very specialized. So in here we've got the one I've got here various posts. One for the QM right here, and it will go through looking all of the available different strategies and using formulas and various things. I have shown this multiple times over the last few months that you can take this type of content that's generated by AI and turn it into actual code. So you can see here it's got various conditions using quantitative techniques. It's really meant for ultra low latency, assuming you are in a co-located uh, CME data warehouse for trading, obviously for high frequency. So we're able to generate these kind of uh, content. Okay, so I did one for QM, but the volume's too low. There's nothing I can do with it for generating a back test. So I created one specifically for UB, Ultra Bond, which worked based upon that data size I showed you. Here's the quantitative file. We'll call it secret sauce stuff. So here's all the different methodologies. Now, this is kind of like far-fetched, okay? Because a lot of retail will not do it. I won't do it. But if you watch my last webinar I did yesterday, last night, right here, 3 hours, I talked to, I don't know, 10, 20 people. and you can see what was said, and I answered whatever questions. Generally, you'll find that I'm trying to do quant, using the mindset of quant analysis and high frequency trading, ultra low latency, in fact. So I've created this document. Okay. So now what I've done is I've created the coding project and I've shown the same process, but this is created in Python. Okay. Um, and I just wanted to highlight this. Okay. So this is available for my Quant Leap folk. Okay. So in here, we've got a Streamlit app. Okay. I've created. Let me just see here. Run HFT. So this is what it turns into. And I was able to run a backtest using this logic on the same data file I just showed you, same CSV on UB, uh, minute data over a month. And this is what it created. Okay, so it's loading up right now. Here's the results. So we can just drag the file here, process it, and launch um, the backtest. Okay, so this is the logic we're using. Now this has been generated. All of everything I'm doing is generated by AI to create that quant related post. Again, advanced AI, very advanced. In fact, it's probably the most advanced out there from China. And it creates that document. So then you take that and then you ask AI to do it in the retail world, I guess we'll call it, using all the different techniques. So this is what it uses for this particular strategy. Okay. So what it's doing is we have this formula we're using for optimal spread calculation on inventory and volatility. In that stream I just mentioned, I talked about VPIN toxicity, trying to detect informed trading and adverse selection. Analyzes order flow imbalance. Now, this is supposed to be working on a nanosecond basis. So this is kind of messed up how we're doing it, but I'm just trying to see what would happen here. It's also using the OU inventory control, mean reverting position management, strict management as well, hard limit on drawdown and daily losses. So there's a limit I've put. So this is what it includes. It's part of this logic. I'm just trying to do automatically ignore comments. Okay, starting with pound, handle CSV formats, robust error handling. There's a walk forward test, which we'll look at, and a comprehensive performance set of metrics on that data file. So let me load that in. And it is UB right here. Boom. There it goes. So it's now working. So here's the data preview. You can see here it goes all the way back. Today is November 14th. So this was last generated up to 3 days ago on the 11th of November. And it starts October 13th. Minute data with the pricing, the open, high, low, close. Okay, downloaded from Rhythmic. Here's the metrics right here on average. Okay. And then I can run a back test. It's pretty fast because it's one file. It's fairly small. And then when it comes back with, it will use the typical back test that I asked the AI to do. I asked it to do a walk forward. I think the walk forward is more important to run. If you look at this PDF, there are other options as well. So we have the UB. I could do the RB. I could do the ES, but this is just one example. Okay. So this is for demonstration purposes what I'm going to show you here. So all this is messed up the total return, hallucinating, I guess you could say. Sortino, max drawdown, once again there too. And here's the performance. So slightly up with the buy sell signals. As you can see here with the pricing signals as well. Again, this is higher frequency. We have this thing called VPIN toxicity. So these are opportunities, actually not opportunities, but these are firms trading this during certain times. And then we have the imbalance as well, and that is because the imbalance is why these firms trade. So it's recognizing a an imbalance in those particular times. Here's the drawdowns it has. Um, and then again, we have the walk forward analysis. Okay, at the times it's traded. Here's the returns. Not a lot. Remember, this is a bond, so don't expect a lot. Um, Sharpe ratio is not perfect, not great. Average return 0.446. Is it worth running? I don't think so. We have an average max drawdown of 1.35 with a worst drawdown at -5. So here we can see those stats. And then the question becomes, is it worthwhile to pursue this? Looking at it, probably not. So here's the trading rules for entries and exits as well. Okay. So that's part of the logic coming out of the code. So we have the VPIN when it's less than this, OF, strong directional flow. We have mean reversion that we're all also looking for. So those are the entry rules, and we have the exit rules as well. And then we have a pretty standard risk management, max draws down 5%, daily loss limit 0.5%. And that's all generated automatically by the AI. And again, I've tested this using only Claude to get this quality of output in a project in code. To be honest, the only one that's going to give you this is the Claude 4.5. 4.1 is not as good. Anything else is like not even worth doing, to be honest. So you have to use Claude for this. And then if I want, I can also download the CSV file. So what I've done in the comments, if you are a member, my quant, so in here, what I've done here, just so you know, we have a README file, and then we have the backtest as well. So this is actually the Python file. Um, but I just got to rename the txt extension to .py, and it should work. That will run this, what you're seeing here. So that should work as is, but I just want to show you what we're capable of doing now. And then if I'm happy with this, what I could do is then take it one step further and actually turn this into a console application, most likely in Python, and have it actually running over the next month or so, see if it's profitable or not. As I said, with the results that I'm seeing, it's not really worth it. But what I could do is I do know the ES looks okay. The profit factor is not looking great, unrealistic as well. Sharpe ratio, but this one might be doable for RB, which is, I believe, gas. Um, and just as a trick, how I find that out is I just go to the CME RB as well, and then you'll see I do know it's gas. So there you go. Also, what's really important to understand here, it's critical, is to make sure there's enough volume here in the raw file that you're downloading from is enough. So as I said, as an example here, we have the 6L, which I believe is, I can check that, or better yet, the QM, which is um, uh, oil derivative contract. You can see how very little the file size is, whereas this gas one uh, right here, yeah, it's fairly insignificant. So we are having some difficulties here with the markets, the way they look. After the last 3 days, they've been down. So it's just a matter of picking out what may be worth trading. So we have here the micro uh, euro. That might be worthwhile since I do have an account size for micro. So that might be worth looking into. Um, yeah, so I might do that and trade just basic micro euro. It has been strong for the last few days. Let me just verify that. So if I go into something, or better yet, there's a couple of checks I can do here to see if that one's worth pursuing. Um, so here, if I do a six or was it ME6? Let's see. What's the name of that contract here? So this is M6E. Hopefully we have that Yep. So I got that messed up. M6E. Yeah. So there's some good data here. Not a lot, but for micro, that's pretty good. Judging from here, score Sharps is not bad. Over one profit factor. I don't know if that's realistic or not. Winning ratio is possible. It might be at 77%. And the drawdown's not too bad either. So I might do that. And then if you know it's successful, you could always add in leverage. Starting out here with automated trading with something like this, it's a pretty high risk to add in leverage at all. What we're looking for, and I keep focusing on the word process and workflow. We want to run something against with live money against one of these to see if it works. And if it does, and it's consistently profitable, and let's just say it was at a 77% win ratio, it might be worth pursuing. That's pretty well it. Anyways, if you like what you're seeing here, I would strongly recommend you go to my website here, quantlabsnet.com. Okay. In there's two options you have. If you want to get my email list and know about our events, now most likely we will continue to stream on YouTube. You can do that by coming to the events page here. Also, with the Learn tab, if you want to join our email list and get a free C++ HFT ebook on trading infrastructure, probably what the trading firms are doing. If you want to try our analytics for 7 days, you can do that under the try as well. Just to let you know about this membership here that I'm talking about, the Elite. If this works out, it's going to go up into the thousands. We'll leave it at that. But right now, it's 75% off at $4.99 until Black Friday. That's our deal. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good day.